You're listening to The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, your escape to reality.
Hello and welcome to The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. Come on, Bob, this isn't dinosaur farts. How complicated is it?
Hey, it's funny you should mention it, Steve, because I'd also like to talk about farting dinosaurs.
What? Really?
Yeah, who would have guessed? This is one of my favorite news stories to come out this week. It was, now the first article I saw was an AP news story, and the headline was, Study, Dinosaurs May Have Caused Extinction with Flatulence. So obviously I had to click on that. And I read the article, but the article completely did not justify the headline. It didn't talk about extinction at all. So I found another article on, of all things, Fox News' website, and there the headline was even stronger. Dinosaurs gassed themselves into extinction, British scientists say. Okay. And this is how that article began. Dinosaurs may have farted themselves to extinction, according to a new study from British scientists. The researchers calculated that the prehistoric beasts pumped out more than 520 million tons, or 472 million metric tons, of methane a year, enough to warm the planet and hasten their own eventual demise. Until now, an asteroid strike and volcanic activity around 65 million years ago had seemed the most likely cause of their extinction. So that's a pretty strong language to suggest that this study apparently says that dinosaurs pooted themselves to death.
So they did or they didn't?
Well, it turns out that they didn't, in all likelihood. Because, you know, when you read this article, you'll notice even the Fox News article, all the quotes from scientists don't say anything about extinction. They're all entirely about how much greenhouse gas was pumped out of dino butts and what kind of effect it had on the Mesozoic climate, which is quite a bit. The researchers said that the wetlands, forest fires, and leaking gas fields of that time period might have contributed upwards of 8 parts per million methane to the air. And their study suggests that sauropods, which were the plant-eating dinosaurs, may have contributed another 2 to 4 parts per million. They think that would be that would have a significant impact on the warm, wet climate of the Mesozoic. Luckily, P.Z. Myers on his blog Pharyngula saw this article and read the actual paper and clarified that the researchers did not, in fact, mention anything about extinction in the actual paper.
Are you saying that these science journalists were just making stuff up?
Well,
wasn't in the original research?
No, because I would never call them science journalists. I think to achieve that moniker, you have to have a modicum of interest or education in science.
Do you mean the generalist journalists who are now on the science beat because the infrastructure of journalism no longer supports science journalists? Didn't read the original research before reporting on it?
Yes, Steve, that is exactly what I'm saying.
Wow. Can you say that in 4 notes?
Do they know what it smelled like?
Well, you know, methane itself is odorless, but I think judging by the diet of sauropods and comparing it to the diet of present-day methane-producing animals like cows, I think that scientists would classify it as totally rancid.
Yeah.
That's just
in direct proportion to the size of their movements, I would guess.
I think I know what really took them out, though. I think it's pretty obvious that, you know, with all that gas in the atmosphere, when the meteor did arrive, it just ignited the entire atmosphere.
Good point.
PZ did note that according to the researchers, and I quote, a medium-sized sauropod would have farted out 2,675 liters of gas a day.